Hi, welcome. It's the Todd and Erin morning stream at GetPartDaily.com. I just want to let you know that I'm a rebel and I'm never going to change. I am breaking a cardinal rule of broadcasting right now.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm drinking soda before a show.
And it's the full loaded. It's not even the sugar free.
Will he burp or won't he burp?
Good morning,
When
everyone.
will it happen? Will it be loud or quiet?
Good morning, everyone on Facebook. It's so nice to see you. Hi, Marianne. How are you? Thank you. I know he's like that. I apologize. There's not much I can do.
Judgers.
Let's go to the Morning Mountain the Morning Mountain Cam for some calm right now before we start the day. A little zen. Brought to you by Black Diamond Experts, Electric, Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, that's all very nice.
Four stories you need to know about today.
Really? Are we going to be KSL now?
Yeah, go ahead.
How about four stories that we think are sort of entertaining, but you don't really
How about
need...
four stories?
You don't need to know them.
Unless you know them, you're going to die.
Oh, that's big. How about a dating app for haters? This is my personal favorite. I can hardly stand it.
Coming up next, why bears are going to kill you.
That's probably true. And IHC is just warning you right now, you're really, really going to have to be hurt really, really bad to get pain meds soon.
And finally, why coyotes, moose, raccoons, and skunks are going to kill you.
Wow,
We
this
have
is gonna-
so many things before you do your story, okay? Before you do your story, we are going to protect you from Utah wildlife and how to defend yourself coming up. And that's going to be throughout the show because it's that important. And everybody's going out,
Last gasp. Yeah, that's true.
And also, today is Willpower Day.
Impossible.
How?
Is that a red velvet cupcake there?
It is. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I'm going to put those right there. Right there.
How can you possibly expect me to do the show now?
Focus. Okay, go ahead. Dating app. What is it?
No, this is great. Well, it basically starts with a story about food. These are the foods that each state seems to hate the most, okay? Which I actually think is funny because it's usually like, hey, Utah loves ice cream, because, we already know that. Thanks so much.
Right.
These are the
does.
foods that everyone can't stand in this particular state. For instance...
No, wait a minute. It's our state. It's our food. Why don't we like it?
No, you're missing the point, though. It's not necessarily the food. It's something that offends them. For instance, if you're in New York State, you were deeply offended by gas station wine. There's no excuse for it. If you're in New Jersey, Hawaiian pizza is the most disgusting thing you can possibly imagine.
Slow down. So pineapple, Canadian bacon, Hawaii, Canada.
Now this is one that I
like it.
See, I absolutely love this because this is from Virginia, which was my former home. The most offensive thing you can possibly offer them is a corner piece of a brownie.
Okay, stop for a second. No, wait, stop. Some people love that.
You're missing my point. The point is it's disgusting.
Oh, that's like having pie and taking the crust off.
In California, Chick-fil-A. If you offer them Chick-fil-A, they will fight you. They will cut you.
The locals.
They will cut you. Yeah, in Oregon, this you would expect, though. Fast food. Because they're very natural.
Oh.
And they have a lot of chai seeds and kale. This one cracks me up. In Washington State in Seattle,
right.
The most horrifying thing you can offer them, the Keurig K-cups. You know those little cups that you stick in that little machine and it pokes it and then you make the
environmentally unsound.
They're disgusted. And, of course, this is great. Colorado, Flaming Hot Cheetos. They hate them more than anything on this world.
But they smoke dope. You'd think they'd like any snack food.
Here's the one that perplexes me because I adore it. Utah, do you know what we hate the most?
No.
Balsamic vinegar. That is the most disgusting thing you can offer one of us, which I think is very sad because I love balsamic.
Can you scroll down and figure out who put this together? Because they were drinking.
No. This is the best part. This is HaterDater. Now, this is a brand new dating app that just totally cracks me up because, and maybe it's because everything in my life is based on spite. But this is my favorite possible way. If I were not madly in love with you and married to you for the last 20 years, this is totally the dating app I would do because it says, meet someone who hates the same stuff.
Oh, that's funny.
It's the first dating app that matches
that's
people on the
funny.
things they hate. Some of the things they have listed are Trump, slow walkers, people who park their grocery cart in the middle of the aisle.
Right.
I mean, these are epic. So how could you not love this? They match you based on paying extra for guacamole. Yeah.
So basically, let's say that you and I are having our first date, right? And I say, "Oh, here, have a seat," and I tuck your chair in, and I sit down.
Thank you,
and
Todd.
I said,
That's so sweet of you, honey.
"Let's talk about the iceberg lettuce thing." and you're like, boom, into it.
And yeah, and we're both like deeply offended, and we're going at it, and we're
Right.
just like, they should die. They should all die now.
Right.
Yeah, right?
I think I love you.
I know, right?
Right?
Exactly. Tell me this is not meant for people like us.
You hate the same thing?
All right, yeah, but let's be honest here. They've actually had people get divorced when they found out their spouse voted for Trump. This is something that would save you from these long hidden issues.
Right.
You would know right away. It's like, really, you're the person that goes slow in the fast lane so
Right.
that nobody else can go past you?
Right.
I'm going to have to kill you, much less date you again.
We
See?
personally know two couples that got divorced and separated because one believed in gay marriage and the other didn't.
So isn't it nice to know right away, right up front, what they can't stand?
Right.
Because in some ways, it's actually, because when you're doing the app where you're matching up people's likes and interests, you know,
Slow walks on the beach.
everyone wants to see more interesting. So you're like, yeah, and I like good literature and plot development and movies.
And painting tours.
Yeah, which is like crap. We all know that. And
Fine
so
architecture.
you don't really care. But everyone's very sincere and very
Right.
awesomely aggressive about their hates, the things
Right.
they can't stand. It's
Right.
like, no, I would freaking die if you do this to me. And see, but you would know.
Does
You
that-
would know. And the passion is already there because you are fulfilling the passion of what you freaking hate.
Does that face bother anyone else when she does that?
But see, you and
Help. Call the authorities.
yeah, but you have to admit, you and I hate the same things. Me more of a white hot hate because you're a lot more laid back than I am.
No, I don't think. Yeah, people cut you off, and the next thing you want to do is go all Armageddon on them. And somebody cuts me off, I'm like, hey, nicely done. Look at you. You're good. All right.
Yeah, but we hate a lot of the other things.
This is the part of the
Like
show.
locally sourced cuisine and small bites.
Did you look at these?
Oh man, yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Yeah, I'm
Pull
looking.
it back just a little bit so we can see them.
So anyway, HaterDater, by the way, if you're single and you want to try that action out, tell me how it goes.
I'm now going to save your lives.
Really?
Yeah? You call me Ranger Todd. There's things in Utah, you're going to go camping and things are going to come and get you. Let's start with the black bear. Black bear, you'll see the signs on picnic tables. Nothing to worry about. As long as you're in a camper.
Don't they eat children?
I think they like the big ones better. So this is what you do. If you confront a bear coming around the field, look out, come around a rock, there's a black bear. What do? Go ahead.
You wet yourself, and then you go in the fetal position, and you cover the back of your neck, because that's usually where they bite.
Right. Are you pretending you're dead?
They probably can tell I'm not, because I'm keening loudly as I do it.
Right.
But
You know what the bears think when they see someone playing dead? They think, thank you.
you've saved me the trouble of having to kill you myself.
If
Now
you
I'll
could
just eat you.
remove your clothing, that would be even better.
What are you supposed? Is this where you do make yourself bigger?
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to.
You're supposed to
yeah.
stand your ground. And then if you are attacked, you're supposed to go ballistic on them.
Really?
I don't know if you've had a 600-pound thing on top of you. Well, there's nothing personal. But kicking and screaming is really hard. It's hard to breathe.
It's more of a wheezing at that point, like a tentative tap on the side of the bear, like, sort of like that. Yeah.
Can't breathe. Get off me. So, so that's basically.
So far, I'm not sure this is really useful information.
It could save your life.
Does it
Fight.
get-
You're supposed to fight. Go for the eyes. Eyes?
They're right above the razor sharp teeth that are currently in your neck.
Yeah.
Just in case you're trying to locate them.
Bears have a scientific name. I like to translate it into a big bitey thing, a naily thing with fur on it.
Weren't you the one that told me that you could tell the difference between a grizzly and a black bear? Because if you climb the tree, the black bear would climb up and eat you, and the
Right.
grizzly would just knock the tree over and then eat you.
Then eat you.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So
yeah.
good.
It's always good to know, though.
So
isn't
far,
it?
this isn't a really great public service
Coming up, cougars,
segment.
bobcats, and coyotes. How to save you from that? Who's going to help you out? We are.
Okay.
There you go.
Now, this is something I don't think there's a single person on this planet will disagree with. Flight etiquette.
Okay.
Every time you're on an airplane and
It's so exciting because you're usually going someplace cool.
awesome. And now we've got the kids, and we've got sort of the loud kids,
This
and
is
I know
totally
this is a
different
big,
than I was
know this
talking
is a
about.
big complaint.
Right.
So we always like save up treats and everything for like months in advance, and we have like every second scheduled with the kids, and we're like, if you need something, whisper it in my ear. 'Cause, you know, you don't want to be the family with the loud kids.
That's what Xanax is for.
For them or us.
No, you pass it out. in the cabin.
But the number one thing that's offended the most people, hands down, across every flight, that apparently has broken out the most arguments amongst passengers.
Taking shoes off.
No, reclining. Because today we have reduced in inches from 1974 to now by 6 inches of room space of foot space is gone.
Right.
Leg room. So this is a premium. This is all you have. This is your tiny shell of a kingdom. And when they recline back into you,
right,
your laptop is now up under your chin. I mean, there's no such thing anymore.
May I say one thing? Mm-hmm. As far as they should, as far as this goes, they should have. You know how you put your bag if it fits in that model thing and it fits in, it fits. They should do one with your butt as well, because they only have 17.5 inches now on most airlines. It
really is a cattle car experience.
It really is. All right, so
well, here's a couple of things they say that it's very helpful. Elaine Swan was a Continental flight attendant for over a decade. And
okay.
She said there's ways to handle some of this stuff. She says, number one, if they recline, if you could do it as quickly as possible, just really nicely go in. Don't yell at them. Don't screech. Go, hey, I'm really, really sorry. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have no knee thing left, and I'm in excruciating pain. Would you mind just inching it maybe even halfway?
Do that to me. Say that.
Hey,
tell me about there.
You know, I'm in excruciating pain. Would you just mind?
Screw you. I pay for a reclining seat. I'm 6'2".
You'd say that to me?
Well, not you personally. I'm sorry.
What if it's a nice mother with 3 children?
If I buy a ticket and my seat reclines, I'm reclining. Remember when we get booked on planes and we're in the very back seats and they don't recline because they're up against the wall? How happy am I?
Well, the thing is though is that it's unfair for them to allow it to recline that far back and then expect you to deal with it. Really the airlines should be actually freezing those seats so they can't go that far back anymore.
Oh no. No.
But the thing is they say most of the time people just aren't aware. They're not trying to ruin your life, but if you just really nicely go, could you please even give me like half the space?
Okay, so here's a little demonstration. I'll do it this way. I'm flying to Des Moines. Guess where I'm going?
Right into my knees.
I'm going to Des Moines. So happy about it, really. Des Moines. There's no I in Des Moines. Oh, there is.
You're drooling on my laptop.
Okay, all right, sorry. That's the difference. Happy people recline. If you don't want someone doing that, get in the exit lane.
No, but then they're reclining on you.
No, you're the first one. No one can recline. You can recline
Oh,
back.
that's a good point.
Get your money's worth.
Man, you're usually the nice one. What happened to the nice Todd?
I'm sorry,
I
sir.
thought I was the angry, belligerent Erin, and you were supposed to be the nice, moderate Todd today.
I'm sorry. I'm saving people from wild animal attacks, okay? I'm all business today.
Okay.
I'm reclining. I'm sorry.
All right, so what's your feeling now that you and
I'm sorry, sir. I know you're traveling someplace with your lovely wife, and you look very passionate into each other's faces. But I would like you to be uncomfortable for 4.5 hours on my account. I'm reclining. All right, I'm better now.
Now that we've actually driven through the Rio Grande neighborhood a couple of times, we did it once before the sweep when they said Operation Rio Grande. And of course, this is the big area around
Fifth West.
Gateway Mall, Fifth West, the off-ramps, around by the Road Home homeless shelter, and it has turned into pretty much a war zone at this point.
So what they did is they did the first stage of the operation, and now they're announcing the second stage. Now the first stage, I will tell you that they ran up some impressive numbers. Now they're going with people and checking their IDs, making sure that the people with warrants and stuff
They tripled the police presence, and then they came in with just an insane amount of law enforcement.
Well, they had, I think it was like 200. They had made room in the jail about 2 weeks earlier, and as you can see, 423 total arrests, 32 felonies, 52 felonies with warrants, 72 misdemeanors, 267 misdemeanors with warrants. Wow.
So here's the part that I actually do like about this, because you and I have talked about this several times, that the vast majority of the homeless are people who are deeply impacted, either with mental health or financial circumstance.
This is right.
Or, families with profound poverty. And they're being victimized. They're being preyed upon by the criminal element.
By some of the people that they picked up.
So I do like the fact that that is the criminal element that's actually been preying on the homeless population, and I like the fact that they're not there.
Right.
But there's been a couple of different protest groups during this procedure, because they're saying they're being unnecessarily rough and terrifying with everybody. They're scaring kids, they're intimidating women. They've basically just sort of rousted everyone. Now, so that's the other side. We know the side where it's important that you try to keep as many criminals as you can off the streets, but
Right.
they're saying that the regular homeless are genuinely terrified now of the police, and the problem is you don't want that. You want them to know that this is someone who can help them.
Right.
So how do you balance this sucker out?
And they were others were upset because there were no services, increased services for these people that they were going through and finding and trying to help the ones that needed help, and the whole while
And that was
thinning the herd of all the guys and women who had arrest records and were dealing drugs and doing stuff and harming them even more. And I don't know if anybody knows this, but the Road Home shelter, the average stay in there is 4 days.
And
For a mom and her kids, they stay there 4 days.
And then they've got them plugged into services, and they've got them into an apartment or into a more stable residential
Right.
area. They are incredible at this stuff. But if they're full to the gills,
And this just went over the last 2 years. Did this explode or what? Because
Yeah.
we were the model. Salt Lake City Road Home was the model for taking care of homeless people. And you never saw the encampments like there are now on Fifth West. It's just amazing.
it's incredibly discouraging.
But, it just came on, and the authorities are like, the budgets and stuff like that. And how do you feed
the mayor
and-
changed and the chief of police changed
Right.
downtown in Salt Lake City, and
But this thing has been going and building all around the country, and so it's just, especially because of the warm weather, a lot of people move on and head south.
it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But
Yeah.
that was one of the main points, is when they first talked about this Operation Rio Grande and sweeping through. And we know that for a lot of people, we talked to a lot of people who, live out further into the suburbs or into other cities, and they're like, we don't want to come downtown because we don't want to get hassled. We don't want, to deal
Right.
with it. And I
Right.
understand that, but that was one of their main arguments, is they said, hey, yeah, we're going to get services for the people who need it. We'll get health, we'll get drug treatment, we'll do blah, 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 blah. So far, the only thing they've seen are the arrests. And so that's
Right.
kind of, and they said, well, where's the budget for the treatment? And they went, oh, we don't have that done yet.
Well, they just have the existing one, and
So,
they haven't added the new stuff
It
yet.
just seems like maybe you should have put that into, I don't know, was it,
423 total arrests.
so you're saying that it's good that it was done now?
I want the people who are victimizing the true homeless. I want them taken out of the circuit, because you're not going to help. They're scared. Mom and her kids, not in the shelter during the day. You have to be out, and these people are walking around. And I don't know. I think if now they can sort out the fact of who needs treatment, who needs medicine, who needs health care, and all that stuff, it makes total sense. We just haven't seen that part yet. It might exist. We just don't.
By the way, there's another great place if you ever want to donate money to the 4th Street Clinic. This is an incredible free clinic for the homeless and the deeply impoverished down right across from Pioneer Park, and
Right.
they are incredible. They offer free health care. A
Teeth.
lot of dentists will come and they'll donate a couple of days to work on teeth, because
Eyes.
you know how profound that is. So if you're looking for something you guys want to donate to, or if you're a medical professional and you'd like to volunteer a day or two there, you could not find anything more satisfying. You don't have to go to a third world country to serve. You'll see it here. Okay, I don't know, it just kind of went.
It's a big thing. It's a big thing going on right now. Stage 2. I wait to see what that's going to be.
Okay, Morning Stream is brought to you, of course, today by Fink & McGregor. It's mortgages made simple. If you go to fink-mcgregor.com, you can take the 4-minute mortgage challenge. You can find out all kinds of different options, and somebody will call you back within the next business day. Fink-mcgregor.com. Also by Executive Transportation, there is a sweet, shiny Escalade waiting to take you anywhere you want to go. But it is, of course, the official limousine service of the Todd and Erin Show. Just go to executiveutah.com.
And if you need help with plumbing, just go to All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. They're going to help you out. John and the rest of the group are going to fix anything you need, and they're going to show up, and they're going to show up once. Why once? Because they're going to come in, evaluate the problem, and they're going to fix it correctly. You ever have someone fix something and they have to come back 4 times? John doesn't like coming back, so he's going to fix it the first time correctly. He also does a walkthrough program, and I thought this was really good because we just rented a house. And so I just wanted, hey, do we have to worry about anything, even though it's not my house? He did a walkthrough, and he checks your hot water heater, looks at your furnace, makes sure your AC is working up to snuff, goes through everything. They stick their heads into everywhere to look. And if you need some fixtures changed out, he's going to tell you which ones to do and why ones are better than the others. So if you're looking for more help, all you have to do is go to allutahplumbing.com for all your information.
Why, thank you. That was nice to see John's face again, especially when he was carrying that toilet through the house.
He's crazy, you know.
He can have to load.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
He can walk straight up carrying a toilet.
That's pretty amazing.
I walk like a goat who's got issues. Dude, you're cut off.
Now this part, the beginning part is not funny. I think all of us have seen the billboards up and down the I-15 that basically say there's no difference between an overdose from, like, you know, a needle in a back alley and a nice prescribed bottle of opioids. And they've had huge amount of problems with addiction and deaths. It has just skyrocketed nationwide, but especially here in Utah, they're having huge amount of opioid overdoses. And this is from prescribed medication that you might have gotten in a nice little prescription pad.
I just heard a national report, don't quote me, and it talked about how many people overdose, either accidentally or whatever, on opioids a day. And they're saying like 2 Utahns.
That's terrifying.
And this doesn't count deaths. This is overdoses, medical teams going in, giving you the drug to take you out, you know, bring you back and all this stuff. 2 a day.
Well, you know, and it's easy to say, oh yeah, but only addicts do that. I've had dental surgery where they gave me Lortab or something, and you would not have been able to trust me to maintain my own medication schedule because I was stupid. I mean,
right.
It's not as difficult as you think it is to do that, and especially the more you might become accustomed to the drug, the more that you would need to have the same effects. So you could take dangerous levels without even knowing it, going, well, I'm still in pain. So here's the deal: IHC is going to cut the prescription level of opioids that they're prescribing by 40%. That's nearly half. That's nearly half by next year. So
okay, so what they're going to try to do is give you alternatives.
Yeah,
give you alternatives.
They're trying to train all of the medical professionals now about pain management, raising awareness, you know, offering different options.
Because they're writing, like, Erin went into a Doc in the Box, right? And Erin had fallen out of bed and creased it right here.
Don't ask me how, because it was so stupid.
Did they stitch it? I don't know.
No, he glued it together because it was a very, very minor little
And so
cut.
she gets down, he goes, oh, you're all set. And then, what did he offer you?
He said, do you need some medication? He says, do you need some oxycodone? And I'm like, you just glued it together.
That's scary.
My niece got oxycodone for dental surgery. I mean, so yeah.
There's other options, isn't
so,
there?
Number one, there is some responsibility on the side of the established medical personnel that they've got to be less laid back.
Generous.
But this is a little scary. So it means they're going to be really, really, really fussy about giving you stuff. And you're going to have to prepare for other options.
I had open heart surgery because people want to see how big my heart was. And when they checking me out of the hospital, and I'm like, oh, this really hurts. And they said, here's your prescription, and you had your hands in my chest. Isn't there any antibiotics? And she goes, no, you're good. So I go home, and I'm taking Lortab, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a major deal. I mean, this is a major, major deal on your body. And
they cracked your rib cage open.
Yeah,
honey.
and so I ran. I was getting close to running out. Getting close. Really started getting nervous. Getting close about running out of Lortab, and I called them, and they said no. So this is what we want you to do. We want you to take a Lortab, and then next time, 6 hours, we want you to take an ibuprofen, and then and do it like that, so they don't. And they were concerned. They said, we don't want you to get messed up on this. So anyway, some people have been doing this for years and making sure that they're managing this for their patients.
Well, it is pretty interesting. 24 people died each month in Utah in 2015 from prescription opioid
Say it
overdose.
again. How many?
24 people a month. Okay, and that's the most recent statistics that they have. Now, here's the deal. There was more than 2.65 million opioid prescriptions dispensed in Utah. That's 7,200 a day. And the prescriptions jumped in a 10-year period from 686 a day to over 1,000.
Wow.
So they were just prescribing more and more and more and more. So now we're at this point now where they're saying, I'm losing patients. And it is interesting. They're trying a few more things. They're tracking all the prescriptions electronically throughout their entire system. So maybe you went to a nurse in one place and you got them, and then you go to
Jumping
a doctor
around.
in another place. They're like, no, we've got this here.
Shopping.
Yeah, we've got this here. You just barely got this.
Right.
And they're actually being pretty cool. They said, we're not going to be intimidated anymore. because they say there is a huge amount of stress and endless battle with patients. Like, no, I need this.
Right.
They're like, we're not going to be intimidated anymore. We're not going to take the easy way out. We're gonna work with you and make you try to see other ways.
I had to go to the hospital. I had a kidney stone. I've had one before. If you ever had one, you want to jump off a bridge. So this is how controlling they were. University of Utah, run in, going like that, because that's the noise you will make. And I ran in and I said, please give me something. Please, 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 please. And they put an IV in, but they didn't do anything for me. And they put me in a wheelchair and they ran me down, sort of not fast enough, to X-ray room.
Oh, to make sure it was there.
Stuck me against the wall, took a picture, comes out.
Isn't that hard to take an X-ray when you're in the fetal position crying?
You're like this. You can't get comfortable anyway. And they take a picture. They put me back in the chair. They wheeled me back into the room like that. A nurse came in and put it into the IV.
So they made sure that it was there.
Made sure it was there because it's something you can't see. Are you faking it? What are they doing? And so as soon as I did it, happy time. I was on the no pain train. I just made that up.
That was really good. I'm not sure that's the happy ending we were looking for opioid overdose.
Okay, but the awareness of the new report, the fact that they're going to cut down and be less willy-nilly about it. Nope.
40% by next year. That's a lot.
So don't hurt yourself.
Try to be more careful if you
can.
can.
All right, back to trying to save the state of Utah from animal attack. We already covered the black bear.
Wait. Can we talk about Christopher's first?
All right.
All right, Christopher's, the big thank you. Thank you so much, by the way, you guys, for sticking with us here on the morning stream. And I can't tell you how much it means. If you've been watching on Facebook today, then you're probably right around there's a timestamp here on Facebook. It tells us basically when you commented. If you comment now about Christopher's that, I would love to have dinner out for 4 at Christopher's Prime Steakhouse, this glorious food that Todd and I drool over every day when we see this footage. And then you'd also like to have March's limousine service, executive transportation, take you up and down from your home, no parking, no designated driver. This is the time just to mention, hey, I'd like to go to Christopher's, and you're automatically entered. You can do that on the Todd and Erin Facebook page or on the Gephardt Daily Facebook page, or you can also do it on the Gephardt Approved Facebook page. Now, today is time to draw a winner, and today's winner is Donna J. Very nice. Thank you for the drum roll. Donna J., congratulations, my sweetheart. You are going to be on your way to Christopher's Prime Steakhouse for the big thank you. Okay, coming up next.
I will save your life.
Todd has more life-saving tips.
Ranger Todd, coming up next.
Todd and Erin's Morning Stream, brought to you by Black Diamond Experts. Electric, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. You'll be glad you called an expert. Fink and McGregor, mortgage is made simple. Make sure you go to fink-mcgregor.com and try out their 4-minute mortgage program. It's incredibly easy to find out whether you qualify. The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is actually available anytime at GephardtDaily.com. Just click on the Todd and Erin page.
Right, we are back, and it's time for me to save some more lives in Utah.
I know, that whole bear thing didn't go so well, but okay, let's go with it.
Saved from black bears already. Here we go. Bobcats. First of all, don't leave your pet food out. You didn't see that coming, did you?
I have to admit, I didn't.
Number 2, see if you still have a pet.
You know, and don't think because you live further down that you can get away with this. How many bobcats have they had in downtown Salt Lake City?
Yeah.
They had at least 2, right?
Trim your shrubbery, because they'll hide in it, then they'll attack you. Cougars, otherwise known as pumas, or...
Do we have a lot of pumas here in Utah?
Cougars, yeah. They were walking right up. Do you remember the picture of the cougar?
I thought those were bobcats.
No, those are cougars.
Oh, good.
Those
even
are
better.
8 feet long cougars. And there's a picture of one, you know, the walkover bridge going up to the hospital through the University of Utah?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a picture of one walking on the street.
That's not scary at all.
And he's like 5 feet long, not including his tail. So anyway, they just had one down by Liberty Park, for goodness sake.
Yeah, it's not a mountain thing anymore.
This is what you do when you're attacked. First of all, speak in a stern voice. It says this.
Are you serious?
Speak in a loud, stern voice and back away slowly. Back away slowly. Bad cat. Bad kitty. Right? And so that's what you do. Now, when he pounces on you for doing that, You protect your head and your neck because they're gonna and then they fight back.
How do you do that while you're protecting your head and neck?
Doesn't matter. He's gonna eat you anyway, and then the bobcat's gonna join him for dinner. All right, coming up, I'm gonna save you from moose, raccoons, and skunks, and birds of prey even, if you're lucky. All right. So that's
far, this
up.
doesn't seem even remotely inspiring to me.
I am saving lives here.
Okay, let's tell me something good, because this is pretty amazing. This is what happens when you have complete strangers who find extraordinary resources. I don't have the story.
Did you
have
find
to.
the story? Mm-mm. Which one is this?
The woman? Car?
Okay. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. I'll
You're
just
welcome.
read it then. This is pretty scary. Jason Lien ran over his wife at a gas station. It was intentional. It was attempted murder, vehicular assault, first-degree assault, driving after suspension involving serious bodily injury, reckless conduct, and stalking. This is the police charge.
May I?
Yes.
So that is not the story.
Now, tell me something good's always start with a horrible beginning.
There he is run over his wife.
But here's the end.
Here's the end. So basically, he gets out on foot and runs away.
This poor woman is pinned underneath the car.
What do strangers do? Strangers who don't know her, don't know what the situation is, don't know what the danger is. Is there danger? They're not sure. Woman pinned under car.
And immediately they go and they assess the situation, and I guess there were 6 or 7 different people, including a pregnant lady, which just killed me.
Yeah.
They lifted the car off the woman. They lifted the car off of her, got her stabilized while they were waiting for 911.
That's how you do it.
But the police officers came back and they said, what did you do? And they said, we lifted the car off of her. She was pinned, and we didn't know if we tried to rock it, if it would hurt her more.
Right.
And the sweet thing, though, is the officer, Merrigan, said, it just shows human nature and that there's more good in society than there is bad. These people were willing to jump in, not knowing what risk they were putting themselves into to help another person. It is frightening, and you don't expect people to do those things, he said. But every time this happens, he says, it gives me more faith in my job and what I do.
There you go.
But that's amazing.
Could you do it? Could you do it?
Lift a car off a woman.
Could you? Yeah, I think we could.
And especially the pregnant broad. I'm so in love with her right now. I can hardly stand it.
I think pregnant women, I'm not sure if they like broad, but okay. But I keep seeing these stories, and I don't know if it's more so, we're more aware of it, but remember the whole family got caught in a riptide in the ocean? So what happened? No one knew what was going on, and so a person ran around to the little beach groups and said, they're not having fun, they're drowning, we have to get out there. Riptide, what do? 80 people link arms and stretch themselves out into the water and let those people crawl back over them like a ladder.
You know, that takes a lot of trust, too, because you have to depend on the 2 people you're next to.
Right.
That they're going to hold you.
Right.
So everybody's kind of taking a leap of faith there.
It's crazy. What
All right.
teamwork.
Okay, the morning stream's brought to you today by Fink and McGregor. And if you go to fink-mcgregor.com, you will find indeed that mortgages are made simple. So all you have to do is take the 4-minute mortgage challenge and boom, you're ready to go. And they can have someone contact you within the next business day. Also brought to you by Executive Transportation. March and his excellent drivers can take you anywhere you would want to go. And believe me, the man's driven the entire country in his limousines. Just go to executiveutah.com to book your ride. And Black Diamond. Now, Black Diamond experts are electric, plumbing, heating, and air. And here's why I love these guys. I don't know if it's a different experience for men when you let repair guys into the house or not. But for me, like if you're not there, and I'm there with the kids.
You got your kids, you got your pets,
yeah,
and you got all your stuff.
You know, so you get a knock on the door, and it's like, I want to know who's coming. Well, if you get a service person from Black Diamond, they're licensed, bonded, and insured. You know who you're getting. Number 2, they're going to come in, they'll take good care of the house, treat everything respectfully, and when they assess the problem, they'll tell you what it is, and they'll tell you how much it's going to cost. And when you pay the bill, it will be exactly what they told you. It's not going to be any sleazy upcharges or any little extras or late fees or night fees. They don't do that to you. And it'll be done right. And the nice thing is with electric, plumbing, heating, and air, they pretty much can cover anything in the house that goes wrong. And they're also available 24 hours a day. So it's blackdiamondexperts.com.
Ah, very nice, very nice.
All right.
You want to talk about stuff that's going on?
Let's talk about first of all, let's talk about the
weekend stuff and the planting
trees.
trees.
Do we want to do the weekend stuff?
Yeah,
or do we want
let's
to?
do the weekend stuff with the planting the trees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I understand
Right, there
where
you
we
go.
are. We
There you
skipped
go.
an entire section.
It was awesome.
I'm so sorry, guys.
That's why we're professionals here.
Let's talk about weekends.
We're fine. It's the guys in the booth who are going to hang themselves at this point. Go ahead. Let's just make this go.
I apologize,
You're
guys.
doing great.
It's Friday. I'm really sorry.
Keep going.
All right, weekend stuff. There really are some really fun things. First of all, Project Oxygen tree
At
planting.
first I thought I was crazy, and then I realized it was you.
I think that's a given, though, isn't
But
it?
I love you.
The reason why I love this one, though, is because I want to take Zoe and Zachy up for this because this is free. If registration is required, but they want you to go up and help them at the Snowbird Resort. And what they're doing is they're wanting to plant over 2,000 trees.
That's cool.
In one day.
What are they calling
it? And they ride the lifts to the top of Snowbird, and then you plant trees on your way back down to the base. Isn't that fun?
Cool. That's cool.
So it's Project Oxygen Tree Planting, and the goal is to reforest as much as we possibly can. Because in the end, this is the single most crucial thing for us. Trees are our oxygen; they're our salvation.
Yes, this is true.
And what a cool thing! That's a great way to me to teach your kids. And so you get to go up, have fun, and then you hike down to the bottom.
How do you get
planting
information?
trees.
What is it?
Easiest way to do this, if you want to go to either snowbirdskiandsummerresort.com, or you can also go to Mark Miller Subaru, and they'll give you all the information there. You do want to register in advance for that.
Leonardo.
Family Flight Festival. This is Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's free if you already have a membership, and then it's charged if you don't. But it's pretty cool. Now, not only do they have the flight exhibits anniversary, it's the 1-year anniversary. Do you remember we went to the opening last year around this time with the kids?
It was nice.
Yeah. Well, they have Lego building challenges. They have the Leonardo's Trebuchet. They have a drone checkout. They have family drone workshops. So they're basically teaching you how to run them and how to get started, and so you don't like crash it instantly.
Yeah.
Experimental aircraft displays, weather science demos. One thing that I thought was kind of cool is they have a women in aviation discussion.
Oh, that's cool.
Because it's really nice to have kids see that kind of female leadership. It wasn't just Amelia
Sally
Earhart.
Ride,
Yeah.
Amelia Earhart.
So many.
And there's so many more. You know, my favorite ones are the women in California where they manufactured the fighter planes for World War II, and they flew them to the bases. The women flew
Like a boss.
Like a boss.
That's so cool to me. This one I love, NASA in the movies. It's been the big theme for the city library down in Orem, in Orem City. And they've been doing different free films every Monday to kind of talk about it and use some of it. This one I have been dying to show the kids. This is Hidden Figures. Remember, this is the one that we wanted to see so much?
Right.
And it's absolutely incredible because
I love stuff in space.
Hidden Figures is the story of the team of female African-American women. Let's talk about the most marginalized section you could have in science, right?
Oh my gosh.
Woman and African-American.
Right.
And they rethought and retooled the mathematics of how NASA was able to structure.
It's like quantum physics or something, wasn't
the
it?
space shuttle, yeah. And they literally kind of turned it sideways and upside down and reconfigured it to make it work for the space shuttles. And it was, for the original, for the original capsules.
Brainiacs.
And it was an incredible story, though, because everything they had to go to.
I still want to see it. I haven't seen it.
They would get pulled over by the police just trying to approach the base going, what is someone like you doing here? But the story is so incredibly inspiring. So anyway, it's free. It's going to be Monday at the Orem City Library, 6:30 p.m. And it's such a great movie. And it's all free.
All right.
Free.
Do you want me to do this story? Because I'm afraid you're going to get emotionally attached and hurt by it.
Okay.
Now, I have not seen this story, but I will tell you the litter of pigs was rescued from a barn fire by firefighters. Now, you would know that they would charge into a house, and they would go and grab everybody, and occasionally they come out with a dog or a cat.
That's so scary, though, because look at all that hay. That thing's going up like a torch.
But
That's
in
terrifying.
the barn itself, there were 2 sows and 18 piglets. And they got them out, and they survived the flames. And all their hay was burned and all this stuff, but it was okay. The farmer was they stopped the fire from destroying too much of his property, and he was so happy. Now, you guys might hate this next part.
I think that's so beautiful, though. Did they take any pictures of like the piglets in the firefighters' arms?
Yeah, they
because I would have loved that.
Took some pictures here. Look at this.
Oh my God, they're so
Aren't they
cute.
cute?
They're so cute.
Yeah, there's another.
Look, they're doing little kids.
Those are the ones they
They're
rescued.
so precious.
Here's another picture of them.
What? Tell me you're kidding.
Well, they grew up, and the farmer was so happy that they were saved by the firemen that he brought back and gave them sausage and bacon, and they had a barbecue, and everyone had a good time.
They took the baby piglets
They grew up.
that the firefighters rescued.
They grew up.
And they killed them and they fed them to them.
Yeah. What else would you do with them?
Release them, let them live on the farm in a happy life.
They weigh like
Give
6...
one to like a pet at the fire
you
station?
you just did this, okay? We're talking 600-pound pig, okay? I've been hurt by pigs.
Okay, this is not the circle of life like in Disney, okay? It's not. It's
Ba-dum-ba.
not like that at all.
It is. I'm sorry.
They fed them the pigs they rescued.
Not piglets. They grew up and had a life. They ate slop. They rolled in the mud. They smelled. They did all the big things pigs do. And then they went out quick, and they got smoked and fed to the... Think of how the firefighters saved their lives, and think how they
Saved their lives for what?
dinner for breakfast. They saved their lives for breakfast. That wasn't so
What kind of a person
bad.
are you?
That wasn't such a bad story for
What
you.
kind of a person are you?
I'm just reporting what's happened in the world.
Do you see your smile right now, you sick freak? I can't.
All right.
It's like I don't even know who you are anymore.
I know. All right. Why don't you talk about Fink and McGregor?
I may as well because I have totally screwed this up, so I am so sorry.
Do we
guys.
have any bacon left? Because I thought we had bacon this morning, didn't we?
All right, let's go back to Fink and McGregor. Here's why I love Fink and McGregor. We've got an epic spot for you because Jeff Stout, who is neither Fink nor McGregor, actually cut this with us because we wanted to talk about mortgages, but we wanted to do it in a fun way. Have a look.
Did you know you can buy a house with a 600 credit score?
Really?
We have lenders, we have programs, stuff that's come up in the last couple years. 600.
Wouldn't you have to have like 50% down or something though?
Nope. 3.5%.
Where would you start the process on this?
Well, Fink and McGregor has a website, 4minutemortgage.com. Just go there, fill it out, up and running.
How long until you get back to us?
1 business day. Whole thing takes about a month, start to finish.
Where do you get the down though if you're broke?
It can be a gift from family, relative, significant other, even your work.
Gift, huh?
Yeah.
You know what that makes me wish?
What?
Makes me wish I had friends with money.
All right, since I'm Ranger Todd today, I've saved you so far from bears and bobcats and cougars and coyotes and raccoons. How about skunks? Don't get near them. It's basically
You
it.
didn't save us about the raccoons.
Just don't have a doggy door. Number 1, doggy door, doggy food. Get to your dog, no doggy. That's the way it works.
Do raccoons eat dogs?
They're pretty mean. They're 40-pounder.
You know, so far your whole saving your life from wildlife really hasn't been as uplifting as I might have hoped.
Well, you're going to end up being eaten. So let's just go with it, okay? But at least you put up a good fight, you know? Pick up your cell phone for me.
Okay.
I want you to look at your cell phone. I want you to lick your cell phone, because I've seen you do this. You and you do the screen, right? I dare you. Erin's going to die. Do you know your cell phone is 10 times dirtier than a toilet seat? And here's why. Here's why. Everything you touch, and what do you have by your side all the time?
Usually in my
So
other hand.
Touch things, and then you touch things, and then you that, keyboards, and that, through your whole day. And your cell phone gets the worst of it. So your cell phone is horrendously... 17,000 bacteria genes were on someone's phone in a high school.
17,000?
17,000. The University of Arizona have found the cell phones carry 10 times more bacteria than a toilet seat.
That is so disgusting.
Than a toilet seat.
That
So
is
if you sit on your
so
phone,
disgusting.
the numbers go through the roof. Staphylococcus, Staphylococcus, Snuffleupagus,
Which one do you want me to look at?
Where my thumb is.
Staphylococcus.
Staphylococcus is a bad one, and for example, it's not typically the kind that will give you a staph infection, which they have found, but it's not a good one. Staphylococcus. So basically, you're saying, Todd, since you're saving our lives all show long, what should I do? You should take equal parts of rubbing alcohol and water, and then clean your phone.
Dip your phone in it?
No. Swab it down. Don't use spray cleaners that hurt your phone. But yeah, you think when's the last time you washed your phone? Like over here and maybe here or right there where the buttons are?
And I've got
on
that
the
creepy
side?
rubber one that holds everything.
Which probably holds more germs and bacteria than anything else.
Because it's a soft, porous surface.
Right. And mine's
great.
cracked, so I probably have germs in my there. So there.
Right next to your face.
I know, and you're
Mouth.
talking like this, or you're going like this, and you're doing something else, and you're touching something else gross, and then you're picking up the phone again. Oh, and then women carry them on their boobs like this.
It's your bra strap, pal. There's a difference.
No, it's not. I've seen it. And the money, some people don't accept your boob money anymore.
What is this?
They don't.
What is this tangent?
I've seen signs. We do not accept money that is stored because it's moist and it's wet and it's sweaty, and they hand it to people and they don't want to deal
People
with it.
store money in their bras?
Yes.
I've never stored money in my bra.
Ever.
Never.
You've done your phone.
Yeah, I put it in the back of my phone. I'll unpeel the plastic thing and stick it in there. But
No, but I mean, you put your phone here.
yeah, but I don't
I
give that to anybody.
I saw someone at the store do it, and she reached in like this.
You're lying to me.
I'm not. People do it. There's signs
She
in stores.
She put her hand in her bra and pulled out money.
She went like this, brought out folded bills. And then she handed the bill, and the teller was just like, I'm not doing that. Because it's wet.
I don't think you should have to accept bra money.
You shouldn't.
No, there's a limit there. I had no idea women did that.
Where have you been?
Apparently,
Who are-
places you don't keep money in your bra. I don't think I even know anyone who's ever kept money in their bra.
Have you guys known anybody who's kept money in their bra? No?
Thank you, Nancy.
You know I'm telling the truth. You know people.
And I've never seen those signs.
I have.
All right.
All right.
If you say so.
I'll take a picture next time.
All right. We're coming back and we're last. We're 50th place. We'll tell you in what.
Yes!
We're last.
For what?
We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin morning stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephardtDaily.com.
All right, so we're back. I think we're number. How are we number 50?
We're 50th.
We're 50th. Yeah.
We're 50th.
50th in the.
We are dead last.
For what?
Dead last. Well, we're usually like number 1 or like top 5, like best places to work or best place to start a job.
Entrepreneurial women were number 1 in the United States early on. We were the highest in PC home usage.
Well, when it comes to women's equality, we are last.
Why is that?
Dead freaking last.
Why?
The ranking comes, they measured a few different things. Equal treatment in the workplace environment. That would be, for instance, equitable pay,
Right.
equitable work, education and health, and political empowerment. We did the absolute worst in education and health category, but we weren't that much better in anything else. 40th in political empowerment, and 43rd in the workplace environment.
What are we doing wrong?
We were bogged down on a lot of different areas. Number 1 was income disparity. So basically, in median earnings, women worked disproportionate amount of hours for lesser pay. So not only did we get less pay for what we did, we worked longer hours than the men doing the same job did. So that's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. So we were 50th.
Nice.
50th. That is really incredibly
So
embarrassing.
no one was worse than us.
Yeah, we were the last.
And who was above us so we can set a goal to
West Virginia,
West Virginia. We're
Arkansas,
coming for you.
and Alabama.
We're coming for you.
Mississippi.
You three. We're coming after
We
you.
ranked lower than Mississippi.
47 all the way. That's where we're going. We want
Yeah,
to
that
be
gives
in
us a little something to
47.
work towards.
Yeah,
Like-
it really
like
does.
a lot, right? Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
I looked in your car and there is something missing in your vehicle.
What?
And it's something I gave you for Christmas, and it was really, I think it was a beautiful present. My glass hammer.
Oh, the glass hammer, and then it's got a little cutter that you
Yeah,
use for a seatbelt.
it's not in your car.
It's in my glove compartment.
No, I looked in your glove
No,
compartment.
you're wrong. It's for there.
I looked. Let me go look.
You're really going to start a fight with me
I'll
right
go
now?
look right now.
You can do anything you
All
want
right, let's
to.
make a bet. Is it in there?
Yes. It's the central console thing where I keep all my receipts. It's in there.
Okay. The reason I bought it is because it's got two metal points on either end. It's shaped like a small hammer, and right here it's got a cutting blade that's recessed, and it's to cut the safety belt. Okay. So I carry one in every car, and in case you see a dog or a kid locked in a hot car, there you go. That's how you do it, because they're hard to break.
Yes, they are.
They're really hard to break.
Much more than you would
Right.
imagine.
Off-duty cop found out how hard they are to break.
Explain.
He already knew it was hard. So he's riding his motorcycle and he's going along with his wife. And they're cruising down, doing the biker thing. And basically this couple had gone off the road and their car lit on fire. Now, because
I can't even imagine how terrifying that is.
it's on fire and the doors won't open, the electric windows don't go down.
Oh, man.
It shorted the thing out. They could not get out of their own car, and it's on fire. Motorcycle cop, off duty, pulls up. The only thing he's got with him, he's got like a pocket knife. And so he takes his hand, he tries to break the window, and there's no way. You've seen videos of guys taking rocks this big and throwing them and then bouncing right back and hitting them in the head.
Because that's
Hilarious.
the point. It's safety glass. It's
Yeah.
trying to,
Well,
keep from shattering.
The front, yeah. So anyway, the point being is there is a way to break them, and the little hammers work too. Although he didn't have one. What he did have was his
Sidearm?
gun. He had a gun. He was carrying a gun. So he cleared him back from the window, gets the window down, saves him, pulls him out. Not necessarily the way normal people should
I
do
am
this.
thrilled that he had a weapon to draw at that
This
point.
is true.
And I'm amazed they had the presence of mind to even lean back because I would still be screeching like a barn owl.
With your face up against the glass.
I know, right?
Ah,
Oh,
no.
that's terrifying.
No, I mean, that's pretty quick thinking. I mean, obviously he had a gun, but his wife was calling 911, and he said, I'm going in the car, here I go. So he shot out the glass. But he said to carry a tool in your car, which he says is in the glove compartment. It's not looked. So anyway, what else are we doing? This is
I've been
the
waiting.
saddest.
No, I've been waiting for this entire show for this story.
This is so sad. Paradise Gardens. Just imagine Paradise Gardens.
I always think of it like an old folks' home or like maybe a nice mobile home park.
Cincinnati, Ohio, ever since 1970. Serving the needs of nudists everywhere. Yeah, I said nudists. Let's look at some nudists, shall we?
Are we? What? Okay. That was actually really surprisingly well done. The only bosoms I'm actually seeing there are on the guys, so that's pretty good.
That's where they keep their money.
But they do. They look so happy.
You ready for the sad story?
Now,
part?
yeah. Tell me this.
The sad story is it's closing. 34 acres. It's they decided that it's been for sale for 10 years, and they're going to put in some luxury homes and stuff because it is
Real
paradise.
estate.
Yeah, and so it's they feel real bad. It was started back in the 70s, and now he says, well, now we're just going to have to find another place to be nude, and which would take some digging to find something. But if you go back,
Well, isn't our news director Patrick from Cincinnati? Maybe he's got a few ideas for them.
maybe he knows them.
Probably so.
Probably
I think that's a
does.
given. Yeah.
If you go back to the picture, I want to tell you why I'm thankful.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the picture, the thing that I am thankful about is they're not standing in the shallow end.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. That's probably for the best.
All right. Well, you guys have a good time. We'll see you Monday morning on the Todd and Erin morning
Wait,
stream.
there's one final thing we need to send them with.
What?
You know your man crush on Justin Trudeau?
I do have a man crush on Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada. Oh, Canada. Dun, 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 dun.
He's gotten even cooler.
How
He tweeted the most adorable pictures a few months ago.
He can't get cooler.
He in the pictures that he tweeted, he's holding 2 baby pandas in a chair.
Oh.
And he's just beside himself. Look at that face. He's beside himself. He said, "Today I had the pleasure to unveil the names of the Toronto Zoo's panda cubs. Say hello to Gia Pan Pan and Gia Yune." So adorable, freaking little pandas. And look at him, he's all tender and sensitive, and he's cuddling baby
Is there
animals.
nothing he can't do?
And here's something nice. They didn't cook them later and serve them to him, so that's a plus. That's a plus. Unlike another story today.
Just can't let the piglets go.
So what they did instead is that they're doing a brand new sculpture for the Butter Festival, which apparently is a big, gigantic, freaking deal in Toronto.
Are you kidding me?
I'm dead serious.
Oh,
and
look.
they are creating a massive butter sculpture of Justin Trudeau and the baby pandas. And they said, what is sweeter than seeing yourself in butter?
I hope the aliens aren't watching us right now.
Oh, we found.
Trying to figure out what we're doing in this world.
I think that is adorable. It's
cool.
butter pandas with Justin Trudeau.
Women everywhere lining up with corn on the cob just to roll it on his hair and eat corn. You guys have a great day. We'll see you Monday. Todd and Erin morning stream. GetPartDaily.com. Let's talk more about the piglets.